Hello, and welcome to the Talking Apron podcast. This is your no-nonsense, friendly resource for healthier eating and more confident home cooking, especially for those of us who are managing or aiming to prevent diabetes. Hosted by me, Ann Bernardin. I am a certified diabetes prevention coach. I am a nutrition educator, and I just happen to live with type 1 diabetes. So each episode is going to offer you some practical tips, nutritional insights, real-life strategies, maybe a little bit of Ann's homemade wisdom. Really, it's all for you to help you take control of your health through your kitchen. That's something that's definitely doable. But before we get started, let's help our bodies out. So go ahead and go grab your cuppa of water, because we got to remember that hydration is important for our health, especially when it comes to digestion, energy, and blood sugar balance. All right, so what are we talking about in this podcast episode? We're talking about how consistent progress, not perfection, creates some powerful change. And yes, this includes eating more vegetables. Now, what we're going to dive into before I go off topic, when striving for perfection, it actually holds us back. It holds us back from eating healthier because we get more stringent thinking we have to have certain things. Let's relax that a little bit, and we'll go into that. We're also going to be discussing how to build the habit of eating vegetables without the overwhelm. Again, just creating easy habits. And then we're going to talk about the real health payoffs by just one extra serving of vegetables a day. Now, why am I so for this? Because we have gotten off track. And who's we? I think we as a nation, as a world. We want the next quick fix. We don't want to do the simple things that are easy for us. We don't need all the fancy spices and amuse-bouche and, that's for going to a restaurant. What we need is good old-fashioned home cooking or eating out with good foods, simple foods, nutritious foods, because that's where health stems from. And it stems from all those micronutrients which are in vegetables. Do you ever think to yourself, I try to eat healthy, but I messed up too much to make a difference? No, there is no messing up. There's just taking one step at a time. And if you do ever think that, here's a different thought for you. Replace your thought of messing up and think progress, not perfection. Progress is what drives change. So one vegetable at one meal is already movement in the right direction. Just like a staircase, you don't jump to the top or fall to the bottom. You take one step at a time. Now, there are scientific studies that actually show that even adding a half a cup of leafy greens daily can improve blood sugar control and reduce inflammation. Okay, let's rewind. Half a cup. Half a cup. Not a trough bowl of salad that's made of kale. Half a cup. So instead of worrying about the entire day's diet, ask yourself, where can I add one vegetable, another half cup? Now, go ahead and try this. You may want to keep a bowl of washed grape tomatoes or maybe baby carrots in the fridge. Or, like myself, I prep my celery for the week. I have celery and carrots. I prefer celery sticks over the baby carrots that you can buy. That's okay. You can do what you do. I have my raw vegetables ready for the week. Sometimes I'll do a pepper. and I'm ready to go for my raw vegetables that give me the crunch, that give me the water, that give me the nutrients. That's it. It's a small win. If you start with that, it's a win. So if you think that, yeah, vegetables take too long to prep, oh, come on. That is a flippin' excuse. It takes too much time to prep. Have you been in the grocery store aisle recently? You can make it easier on yourself. Don't use that as an excuse. How many ways do carrots come raw? They come in waffle chips. They come in strips. They come in baby carrots. Don't use that as an excuse. You can find celery already cut up and in the stalks. You can find broccoli. You can find string beans. You can find squash already prepped. So vegetables take too much time. Give me a break. Get that out of your mind. Prepping 2 to 3 vegetables a week or buying to start is easy. Store them in containers. Again, the chopped bell peppers. You can then cook roasted broccoli or maybe even have those baby cucumbers for snacking. It's a good start. But if you don't want to go raw and you are on the fly, buying pre-cut or frozen vegetables is not cheating. We don't have to go back to scratch cooking every single meal. Not to start, not unless you have time to do that. Let's start planning to eat well, to add those vegetables. So here's one trick that you can actually do. When you are doing your dishes, put the oven on. Take out your bag of frozen vegetables. If it's a mixed variety, I know I have a bag from Costco, has broccoli and string beans and carrots and red onions. Put them on a roast pan, drizzle a little olive oil, and then you go ahead, while you do the dishes, it cooks 400 for 20 minutes. You're cleaning up your dinner already, and now you have your base for tomorrow. Always think ahead to save time. Now, when you consistently do this, it builds confidence. And if you always have a veggie ready to go, you're more likely to eat it. Okay, I'm hearing you think. I am hearing you, but I don't like many vegetables. Okay, let's start there. You don't have to love them all. You start with one that you tolerate, and then you try it in many different ways. Are you a sweet person? Then you don't want to add soy sauce. You'll just steam them. Maybe put drizzle a little bit of olive oil or butter on them. Or you just start small, and then you expand out. Once in a while, I like green beans. Okay, try green beans. If you don't like them just plain, steamed, or boiled, okay, now add a little onion, or a little garlic, or a little tamari, or a little tomato sauce. Add to it each time to see, how do I eat more vegetables? Did you try a little slivered almonds on it? That really helps, and you'll notice that a lot of times there are frozen packages with almonds included. That's an easy way to go. Just go through the frozen aisle and see some already prepared and add that in. Now, roasted cauliflower with olive oil and paprika, that could be a game changer. How about watching your taste buds? Because over time, your taste buds will change. Now, as someone who lives wheat-free, I'm not gluten-free, I'm wheat-free, and I have a gut issue called colitis. People look at me and they see my posts on Facebook and they say, oh, she eats a little bit differently. Yeah, I do, because I have to take care of myself the way I know how. But I didn't get there overnight. It's taken almost 20 years of living with type 1 diabetes to know how I need to eat, to have energy during the day, to feel bright and cheery. Even though I have a sore throat coming on, that's okay. I eat dinner for breakfast. I actually had raw red peppers and a cucumber, a cauliflower mash with pecans, and 2 herb pancakes, high protein pancakes for breakfast. That suits me because it takes care of my health and all the peculiarities of my body. Over time, you will find that for you, but you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And the somewhere is with vegetables. Now, why? Well, one consistent adding veggie can help reduce your risk for type 2 diabetes and improve your energy. How, you say? Well, the fiber in vegetables is going to start helping our biomes in our gut. And leaky gut causes inflammation. And inflammation causes insulin resistance. And insulin resistance causes type 2 diabetes. So let's wind that back up. Start eating more vegetables to take care of your gut, to take care of the inflammation, to make sure you don't have insulin resistance so you don't go down that track of type 2 diabetes. All right? Okay. Set my piece in that. Now we're going to a little bit of a commercial. If you are new to pre-diabetes and you feel unsure about how to even begin, grab your free copy of What Now? 10 questions all newly diagnosed pre-diabetics ask. And it has the answers. This downloadable guide gives you the clarity and the confidence to start your journey of stopping or preventing the progress of and eliminating that higher blood sugar and overwhelm. Now, the link will be in the description of the podcast or in the comments on Facebook or on YouTube, wherever. Look for the link. All right, let's go back to a quick win for diabetes tip. This is a 3-day veggie challenge. 3 days. 3 days in a row, I want you to add 1 vegetable to either your breakfast, your lunch, or your dinner. 1. You can do it all in 1 day, but then you have 3 days and you've had 9 servings. That's okay too. Let's start small. Track how you feel, then repeat. Small choices add up faster than you think. They do. They do. 1 vegetable at a time. Why do you think I podcast so much about all these different vegetables? Because they're nutrient dense for us. Our bodies need it for health. All right. That's my message for today. I so appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me on the Talking Apron podcast. And my hope is that you will leave this episode feeling a little more confident, a little more cared for. You have a plan in place, a 3-day veggie challenge at a 1/2 cup serving more each day. Even those of you who already think you eat enough, add more. It can't hurt. And I hope you know that you are not alone in this journey. Every small step you take in your kitchen adds up to something powerful in your long and healthy life. So keep showing up, keep stirring the pot, literally and figuratively. And remember, your health is worth the effort, and you are absolutely capable of making changes that matter. And if this episode is something to think about or to try, hit subscribe so we can keep this conversation going every week. I'll be right here cheering you on with my apron on. And don't forget, do download the What Now? 10 Questions All Newly Diagnosed Pre-Diabetics Ask. It's there for you. So until next time, we'll see you later.